Hey guys, I'm not quite sure if we're live or not. Move the camera so you're more centered. Kind of. The camera's like tilting funny. It's like it's lopsided. No, I didn't click end, I clicked shared. Duh. Now it wants me to log in to things to share it. What the hell? Grumble. It doesn't make me go through all this on my phone. Hey Frog. I didn't tweet you or nothing, so don't be mad at me. Actually, I didn't text you. I just tweeted it. I was outside for a little bit and decided I'd come in and stream. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Let me flip this light on. That's a little better. A little better. Can you hear me? Well, that's good. Well, I don't have anything uploading. I don't have anything playing. My video editing software just crashed on me, so I don't have that open. I've got like a lot of stuff not open on my machine right now. I don't have any video games running in the background. I mean, I have Facebook open. I've got my YouTube dashboard open, and I've got my other channel's YouTube dashboard open. So, yeah, no, I don't know what's going on with Filmora. Lately, every time I load it, it says that my GPU accelerator is slowing the program down. And then I'll restart my computer after, 24 hours or whatever. And then, like, the next day, it'll tell me that my graphics card is out of date. And then, again, same scenario, next day, load the program. It'll say that my graphics card is not supported. And then it'll tell me every day it has something to do with my graphics card. And it's like crashing and crashing and crashing. My graphics card is okay. It's not that great, but it's there. It's working. It's up to date. Everything that needs to be there for my graphics card to run is there. You figure if I can play, is my roof metal? No. Why? We have a shingle roof. Now the roof over one of the, well, we've got two buildings with metal roofs, but not the house or the add-on or the lean-to or the covered porch. What you're probably hearing is my computer humming in the background. Oh, no. No, I mean, my house was built in the 70s. Well, it ain't my house, it's my dad's house, but you know what I mean. Oh, so have you had any like crazy things happen since Friday the 13th? Because I have had some pretty out there things going on. It's like people are crawling out of the woodwork. I don't know. It says there's 2 people. There's one like. I'm not watching it on my other channel, so I don't know. Hi. What do you mean, what got real last night? Had some. See, Friday the 13th was fine for me. I was busy. I filmed 4 videos. I edited 3. I was busy from start to finish for the day. Everything for me was fine. But it's like out of the middle of nowhere, a girl that I haven't spoken to since 2016 just randomly. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Text me about it. Just randomly out of the blue sent me a message. And then she like told me that her dad had just died and told me about this paranormal experience that she had. And I only read about part of it. To be honest, I couldn't get through it. I have seen some things in my time. Okay. I'm pagan. I have seen things in the graveyard most people can't explain. I've had things happen to me in graveyards that nobody can explain. I have seen things at fire circles nobody would ever believe unless they were there. I've seen some stuff through my life. But like the things that she was talking about that happened after her dad died was like completely out there. Like way beyond out there. And for me to say that about a situation, it's got to be pretty far-fetched. And then she's like, at the very end of it, she's like, so what do you think it means? I'm like, dude, you haven't talked to me since like the beginning of 2016. And then you give me this. I mean, literally, it was a paragraph like this on Facebook. And I'm like, I read like the first quarter of it and I quit. And then a guy I went through high school with, I knew him and his brother. There was a girl that his brother was married to or engaged to or had kids with or whatever. I don't know the whole situation. All I know is that she stayed at my house for a couple of weeks. And while she was at my house, she brought a bunch of stolen merchandise in. So the cops got involved and a whole bunch of crap. And I haven't talked to him since 2016 either. And it's like randomly out of the blue, he adds me on Facebook as a friend. So, and then next thing I know, I've got a message from him and I sent, I'm like, I sent him, literally my message to him was just a big question mark. And what it all boils down to is he has no internet. His data is out on his phone. He's probably hungry. He's bored and he still lives with his brother. And I don't care for his brother. His brother is, he's a garbage human. So I don't want anything to do with his brother. But it's like, this is the guy that used to work at a restaurant. He'd come over here after he'd get off work and we would sit like on the couch and watch TV or the movie. We'd, watch a movie or something. And if I had happened to make dinner that night, he would just walk out into the kitchen and help himself and come back and sit down with a plate of food. I mean, he'd go through our fridge like he lived here and come back to the couch with food after he'd say, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a drink. And I'm thinking water, milk, Sprite, back then I used to make sweet tea all the time. I was thinking something like that. And he'd come back with a whole meal. I'm like, where'd you find that? And he goes, oh, it was in the fridge. I'm like, dude, you said you was going to get a drink, not a whole dinner. He goes, oh, well, I didn't eat. I was like, you work at a restaurant. Yeah, but we got to pay for our second meal if we eat more than one. I'm like, dude, you work at an Italian restaurant. How did you not, like, you closed, did you not, like, have leftovers or something? Did you not have, like, I don't know, an order that was made improperly, that, you know, for whatever reason, they like sent it back to the kitchen because it was not right, and then you just had to like scrap the whole meal. I mean, do you guys not eat that stuff? Because I know at some restaurants that's what happens. He's like, no, I was too busy to eat, or I had to stay late and clean, and by then everybody else had taken the food home. I'm like, so it was like every time he was here, it was he'd come and watch TV with me or whatever, and he was on our Wi-Fi the whole time he was here. Like one of the first things that he would do is get the password for the modem so that he could get on our Wi-Fi. And he'd sit out there on the couch with me and watch TV or movies or whatever, and then like scroll on his phone the whole time he was here. Occasionally he'd put it down, and then he'd help himself to whatever we had to eat. So I thought that was a little bit random. And I've got like 30 friend requests on Facebook from people I don't know. I've sent messages to all of them. I'm like, who are you and why did you add me? That's usually what you're going to get as a standard response on Facebook. If you send me a friend request, I'm going to message you and say, who are you? ? Why did you add me ? No reply. I report it. I delete the request, I report it to Facebook for spam, and I delete the message, or I archive it, and I'm done. If you don't respond within 30 days to me messaging you, then that request gets deleted. I don't have time to bother with that crap. Right? Exactly. It's not a bed and breakfast. And then we were like, I don't know, we talked like we might date at some point, but he's not into the same stuff that I am, and he's into stuff that I don't care for, and we don't really listen to the same kind of music. And he was married to this Hispanic lady and had twins with her when he was younger, and she's very like possessive, and if she finds out that he's like dating somebody or seeing somebody, she goes like all crazy and like does everything that she can to like harass the female that he's with. And so I was like, I've seen her do it, and I didn't want any part of it. Like in the divorce, he got the dog over his kids, and he has like a very little visitation of the kids. She's a very Hispanic mother. So, yeah, not very many people have added me on Facebook, which it doesn't matter to me. I mean, my Facebook mostly is public anyway, so not like I have anything to hide. I know Adriana has me on Facebook, but out of like our social group, she's basically the only one that has me on Facebook. So no, he's a really nice guy. He's not like stupid or anything. He's pretty smart. He's really easy to get along with. He's very laid back, very chill. Like I said, he's a nice guy. He's a good guy. What the hell just landed on me? I was out in the front yard, trying to prepare for something that is going to happen in about 2 weeks. And needless to say, with allergies and stuff, right now is not a really good time for me trying to practice. But while I was out there, I had a nice, pretty little black snake come say hi to me. He was cute. I was over there standing in the grass singing to the dog, and next thing I know, I heard something move, and I turned and looked, and he's going, I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm like, you're cute. So, nothing like talking to the wildlife in the front yard. I mean, hell, we had a coral snake in the yard the other day, but this was a little black snake, so they're very skittish. No, he was just sitting in the yard, just watching me. Just, I've got video of it. I don't know if it'll let me play it through the webcam. 1 minute and 24 seconds. It'll end up in a vlog anyways, but.
Oh, it's a pretty snake. Walked around the corner and there it was, just singing to the dog. Can I go back to my song now, son? Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous, ding, ding, ding. Oh, she was all dirty. Oh, dirty. What's all dirty puppy? I'm just singing to the dog in the yard and the snake is over here.
And he's still there too.
Oh, it's a pretty snake.
No, his mouth was not open.
Oh, it's a pretty
He's
snake.
very small snake. His mouth wasn't even as big as my thumb.
I will get close for your comfort. If you'd like to come say hi, you may.
Oh, he's about 3 feet away from me, so yes, barefoot. I don't wear shoes in my yard.
No. He's okay. You just leave it alone.
The cat came running up and was going to go after the snake. I'm like, nope, leave it alone.
She's singing now. Or standing if she's going to sing. It worked them diaphragm muscles. He's a pretty boy.
I'm not. And there's the really bad picture I was able to take of it. And I was like, screw it, I'll just record it. No, but Mom. Here, 1 second. I'll be right back. Oh, you're nice and warm. Oh, you're so nice and warm. Oh, you're nice and warm. Aren't I nice and warm? Hey, Frog. I'm back. What are you doing, Bully? No. What? Where are you going? Bully. Okay. Shh. Hey. You got water all over you. Knocking your water bowl over. Hey, calm down. Hey. Shh. Hey. Come here. Hey. Calm down. Come here. It's okay. You gotta calm down. He's gonna try and run around on the floor. I know you want to go outside. Should I do this? My snake picks my makeup. Here's all of him. What are you doing? Hey. Shh. You gotta stop, chill. Shh. You're okay. Just gotta relax for me. That's it. You gotta relax for me. I know I'm hot. Anyways, this is my boy Bully. He will be 29 in December. So is your husband watching the stream too? Hey, calm down. I know, I'm excited. I know, I need to calm down. It's okay. Hey, calm down. You know, he's a nice neutral color palette, except for he's got this like salmon color on his tail. If I can show it to you. He's got this like peachy salmon color down here. He is a Florida pine snake and a bull snake cross. Can you just calm down? Why are you so excitable? I'll let you go pick a rat later. Even though you just ate a couple days ago. Hey, shh, calm down. No, I'm gonna hold you. Get back here. Bully. Calm down, buddy. Why are you so excited? What? Yeah, he's like this pretty like tan and dark brown, and then his underbelly is like this cream color, and then his tail, the tip of his tail is like a salmony pink. Stop. Just calm down. It's okay. You're okay. It's cool. That's so much better. Yes, it is. Hi, baby. Yeah? How are you? Are you calm now? Are you going to calm down? No, don't go in my desk. There. If you fall on the floor and the cats think you're a toy. Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe I could show you his tail now. That's not really good. Hey, can I have your tail back? Give me that. Uh-huh. Going to the floor. Here, sit in my lap. I'm trying to show your tail. Where are you going? No, don't go up my back. It's not showing up on. Oh, and this is a I'm pissed off thing that he's rattling his tail. You're bully. No. Don't mess with the gun. He was heading towards the gun. The gun is right. No, don't get on my bead tray either. The gun is right here. See? Gun. Probably can't even see it because the light's not on. Gun. You're about to fall there, son, and you're over a hard floor. Oh, might as well be on. You done messed up the pillow on my chair and everything. Can you just sit in my lap for a minute and behave? No, don't you hiss at me. I told you we keep a 22 by the front door. People don't listen. You are so nice and cold on my hot back. Where are you going? Here's his face. Let's see if I can get it close enough. He's such a good boy. Now, I don't know if you can see the shape of his eye. See how his eye is round? His pupil of his eye is round like ours. Bull snake and Florida pine. Florida pines live maximum to 25 in captivity. Same with bull snakes. He's got the head of a Florida pine, except for he's got really wide. All right. His jaws right here are broad like the bull snake, and from basically that bone structure forward is shaped like a Florida pine snake. He's a mild constrictor, but if you look, his eyes are round. Usually, now this isn't the case with all snakes, but common rule of thumb is with snakes, if the pupil of their eye is round, they're non-venomous. If they have an eye shaped like a cat where it's the slit like this, they're poisonous. So I know coral snakes have round pupils. So you just have to remember that when red touches yellow, kill a fellow. So you just need to know about your snakes. Especially where I live, that's in the country, we had a coral snake in the yard 2 weeks ago when the hurricane was here. Oh, now you're gonna sit there on my foot and just be still. Fine. He's still down here. But here, I'll type in his breed. And this wasn't like intentional breeding. This was an accidental litter. And I'm surprised when his mother laid eggs that there weren't any slugs in the batch. You're slowly trying to get to the floor. I know you better. My 7th grade science teacher, when she retired from teaching in 2013, she called me up and said, I've got 50 plus animals to get rid of. Do you want some snakes? So, water moccasin copperhead. Well, water moccasin is considered a copperhead. Same thing. They have a very broad jaw. If you look at a water moccasin, their bone structure here is going to be very, very broad, and then it's going to immediately go down to a really short, stubby nose instead of the long, slender noses like corn snakes and rat snakes have, because pine snakes are in the same genus, the same family genus as corn snakes and rat snakes, like the standard red rat snakes. They're mild constrictors. Bull snakes are also in the same genus. They're in a different class subsection, but the scientific, like the beginning part of their name is the same. It's the second part of their name that's different. That's the only difference between this pine snakes and bull snakes, is the classification's a little bit different. But these are what they consider. Oh, sorry. I guess I need to get back to, okay, how he came to be. When I was in 7th grade, I loved my science teacher. She was amazing. She had all of this wildlife in her classroom. She had macaws, she had parrots, she had snakes, she had turtles and all kinds of amphibians. She had fish and rodents, and we were able to like interact with them, right? He was a science class pet. So, you know, he would be taken care of during the week by the students, and then she'd go up on one of the days during the weekend and take care of them, and then he'd be good until whatever. As long as he's got food and, water, and he's been fed recently, snakes are pretty easy to take care of. So when she was first starting out teaching, she had a she had a bull snake in an enclosure in her classroom in a small 10-gallon fish tank. A student came in one morning and said, my mom accidentally ran this snake over. Can you help it? So she put the snake in with the bull snake after she had doctored it and checked it out and made sure it was okay. You can run over snakes for the most part with your car and they're okay, because they do have a bone structure, but their bone structure is flexible. That's how come they can get into things like gas pumps, vending machines, things that you wouldn't expect them to be able to get into. They can manipulate their body in a way that they bend and flex. So if you run them over with a car, unless you've got like the snow chains or something on, you're not really going to kill a snake. You might hurt it, and you might hurt it bad, but it won't kill it. So the teacher checked it out, took care of it, put it in the cage with the other snake that she already had in there, because again, she knew that it was the same family, that it would be completely different had she put the snake in with like a python. They're a whole different class. So they're not in the same, yes, they're both snakes, but they're not in the same genus of snake category. So it would be like the difference between a chimpanzee and a silverback. Are they both in the same type of animal? Yes, to an extent. But you've got one that is technically a gorilla and one that is a chimpanzee. It would be like the difference of that. Whereas with chimpanzees, you've got a couple of different like subsections and stuff like that, or with like other monkeys. So some monkeys can interbreed with other monkeys as long as they're like the same genus. But if the classification's too far off, then you can't like interbreed. And a lot of species can't interbreed at all. So you got to make sure that it's same and same. So she made sure that it was okay to be in the cage with the other snake. Well, she didn't think to like, oh, well, one's a boy, one's a girl. Well, several weeks later, she had 12 eggs. And he came from one of those 12 eggs. She ended up giving out the other ones, and she kept him because he is a rare crossbreed. They're very rare, very uncommon, very unheard of. He was, I guess you could say, technically bred in captivity by accident, but he he's never been in the wild. He's never had to fend for himself. Like, I'll take him out in the front yard and just put him on the ground and let him do his own thing. But with another snake in the front yard right now, that might not be a very good idea to put him too close to the house where I can't keep an eye on where he is in relation to the other snake, because I don't want him getting injured and I don't want him injuring another snake, because they can be territorial. So I usually take him further out in the yard, and like when I go to like clean his cage and like put new sticks and stuff in it and pine cones or whatever, because pine snakes do live, they live in and around pine trees, which we've got several. I usually let him pick what he wants, and what he'll do is he'll like circle around things that he wants in his cage, and it's just easy. I just kind of pick it up and make a pile of it.
Bubby.
My cat is deathly afraid of this snake. He doesn't want anything to do with him. Some of the cats in the house are like, snake, okay. Some of the other cats are like, snake, bye. But yeah. Are you being a good boy? You're just kind of chilling. He's finally calmed down. He was just really excited when he came out of the cage. When I went in the bedroom to get him, he was coming up the side of the cage to me. So I knew he wanted out anyways. And he had just dumped his water bowl over, so not that he was thirsty, but he does that when he climbs the sides of the cage. I've got so much weight on top of his cage to keep him from pushing the screen off. It's not even funny.
Bubby. Bubby. Bub. Yo. Asshole. Hey. You want to come see the snake?
No. Yeah, they use like things like pine cones and twigs and sticks and stuff like that when they're molting, so it helps them shed. He's got a little piece of molt left on his tail. He just shed a couple weeks ago. And I just fed him last week, so. What? Yes, I'm touching you. But guess what? You're touching me. Oh, he's got some up here on his neck. He's got some molt stuff up here that didn't ever like completely come off. Don't you hiss at me. Rude. Yeah, he's got a couple of pieces here that are still, I don't know if you can see it. You can see me moving it. That's about it. But I'm not going to like peel it off or nothing, because that comes off on its own. Well, you figure he's almost 30 and he's over 6 feet long. So you can feed them once. Oh, hi, somebody else joined. You can feed them like once a week. Sometimes people feed them every 2 weeks. Why are you hissing at me? That's not very polite. You can feed them like once a month. So it just depends on the person and the animal, on what you want. Well, they left. I guess it wasn't entertaining enough. But it's my channel, so. Oh, today's video. Heads up, warning. It's long. It starts off really bad. I cut a piece and I plopped another video into it, and then I, at the very end of it, I stuck the other part of the really bad part on. So you get to see really bad to kind of okay to, oh my God, really bad at the end. It was a first impression of something that was a birthday gift for me, and I'm actually wearing it today as well. So needless to say, I had issues with an eyeshadow palette. Spies. You know, it's funny, I did a video premiere on my second channel this morning, the same video that I premiered yesterday at 5 on this one. And I had people popping in and out of chat the whole time, like in and out of like viewing it. And not one person said anything to me. And I was in chat the whole time. It started at 10:30 this morning. I've been up since 7. Let me look, see how many views that video has right now. I didn't realize I had the, go away bug, the comment thing up to reply to a comment. So far, it's had 14 views, 3 within the last hour, and 15 watch time minutes for a 13-minute long video. If that tells you anything. Average view duration, 1 minute and 1 second. Watch time minutes total of the 14 views is 17 minutes. Which is really bad for the first almost 4.5 hours that it's been live on my channel. But yeah, while I was watching, I had like 7 people in the premiere at the very beginning, and then I watched the number go down and then go back up and go down and go back up, and at one point it said 0 viewers even though I was watching it, so there should have at least been 1. And then like I was watching people just come in and out, and I kept saying hello and whatnot, but maybe they don't know how to access chat. Maybe they don't speak English. I don't know. So there's a missing kids post on the job group that I run. And the other admins just got back with me about approving the post. Are you chilling there now? Well, you're kind of on my heating pad, so you're probably nice and toasty right now, huh, buddy? People are going to probably think I'm weird if they come in the stream and they keep seeing me talk down to my lap. They're probably going to wonder what the hell I'm talking at. Because they could probably see the cat over there. Calico. Mama. Pretty girl. Who's a pretty girl? So. Yeah. See, when I watch videos, I usually like watch them from start to finish, or if I like have to pause them or something, I usually come back and watch them later, or I go back to like my watch history and pull them up that way and watch them. Very rarely, if ever, do I just click out of a video, ever. I mean, hi, Melissa. Well, in order for me to show you my feet, you're going to have to send me $5. Does that sound reasonable, Frog? Send me a super chat for $5 and I will show you my feet. Yeah, I don't understand why some videos they get like, well, congratulations. What are you going to school for? But it varies from video to video. Like sometimes like it makes me wonder because people request that I do specific videos. And I was watching Samantha March's video yesterday where she was talking about some of those topics where the videos that people say that are being like overdone are the ones that get the views, and the videos that people are requesting get very little views. And see, I don't really care about the views. You want to see my feet. Why do you want to see my feet? Do you have a foot fetish? Kind of an odd thing for a girl. At least I don't know very many women that have foot fetishes. It's usually a guy thing. Did I wake you up? I'm sorry. Was you sleeping? But I mean, I have to agree with Melissa that, or not with Melissa, but with Samantha, that the videos that people specifically request, like these swatch videos or the swatch comparison videos, I put them up and 6 months will go by and they've got like 12 views. So as long as I get at least one comment on there that says, right, Frog? That says something like, thanks, this helped me with my decision on whether or not to buy the palette, then, you know, it's just one of those things that if my videos help at least one person, then that's really all that I'm after. Can you come up here and just sit on my knee? That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Well, you can see my cat's feet in the camera, right? You want to see my snake's foot? I'm waiting on the $5. When I get it, I'll show them. But like you asked for blue, green, and yellow, so I got to thinking about what makeup looks I could do and what eyeshadow palettes might be best for me to use for that color story. And I haven't forgotten. It's here. It's on my to-do list. Yeah, well, as long as, I mean, for YouTube to recommend our videos to somebody else, they're looking for engagement. They're looking for likes and comments and shares. So a view is one thing. A view or like watching a video all the way through helps with our watch time. And YouTube pays attention to like the first 24 hours that a video is up. And then they continue to watch it for the first 48 hours. Depending on how the video does, they like are ranking our videos now. They keep kicking me out of the classic version. So I just said screw it, and I'm still in beta. But we went down to one viewer all of a sudden. Well, I'm not really. See, that's the thing. And I tried to explain this to somebody the other day. Today has been a very unproductive day for me. I got up at 7. I watched 2 YouTube videos before I got out of bed. I looked out the window. I cuddled with my cat. I took a few pictures of him. And then I got up. I made a cup of coffee. I washed my face. I recorded my first ASMR video this morning. And then I sat here and I played on a video game, which is very unusual for me, for like half an hour. And then I closed it because it was still running from last night. I got the 2 videos that I edited yesterday afternoon uploaded, and one of those will go up today. The other one will go up in about 2 days. I went ahead and opened my video editor, and then the video premiere started for the other channel. I got another cup of coffee. I went in and I recorded this makeup look. And then because I have something that I'm going to be doing in about 2 weeks, I went outside and warmed up my voice and sang for a little bit. And my allergies have been so bad. I was having a hard time like hitting normal notes because of like sinus drainage and stuff. So it was really hard, and I could sing in the house, but because where I'm going to be is going to be outside, I would much rather be outside singing. Not only do I know my range, but my projection, how much air I need to force through in order to get not only my pitch to be correct, but the notes to be on the key that they need to be in. But I also need to make sure I enunciate properly and stuff. And being outside kind of helps. So I was outside for like an hour doing vocal exercises. And then I came in and I'm live streaming. So my second cup of coffee is still sitting here. I've got like 3/4 of a cup of coffee. And you like my cup for today? The cup of the day. You want some coffee? He's like, nope, snakes don't drink coffee, Mom. Say, we don't drink coffee, Mom. We don't drink coffee. We don't drink coffee. But my usual, like right now, I have like a video idea that I'm putting together for like my birthday wish list that I need to finish saving off the stuff and then move it to my iPad so that I can pull it up on there. I still have to record that. I'm working on another 12 indie brands, 10 to 12 indie brands that I want to like buy from, and researching the products, the brands, pulling links, pulling information, trying to write it in the blog. And not to mention the stuff from my birthday wish list video. I also am writing a blog for that. And it doesn't translate from Microsoft Word to the blog website. So it's a pain in the butt, because if I copy and paste it in there, it's going to be like, it's all disjointed and it looks like crap. And I have to go back in and reformat everything. And half the time I have to go in and do HTML formatting. And I hate HTML formatting. So I've got those things that are working right now. I've got like 6 videos that I need to edit. I had one that was in the process of being edited. I had like 4 minutes left of the video to finish editing, and then I was going to render it and then play back the whole thing before I exported it. And then my video software crashed. So I was like, I'll just go live. But usually when I get up in the morning, get up, wash my face, do morning stuff, get coffee. I will record my ASMR hair video clip then. And then I'll sit down, I'll start editing, I will get a cup of coffee. Usually by then, I've already watched Seeking Alexandria's video, Kelly Gooch, and Samantha March. But Samantha March didn't post a video today because she was going to go live instead. And I didn't even know I don't know what time she's going live, but you're tickling my arm, buddy. Do I taste okay? Do I smell all right? I didn't touch the other snake, I promise. But like, move you down a little bit. But then I'll edit for like half an hour, and then I'll go record a video. And then usually, depending on how that goes, I'll come back out, I'll finish my cup of coffee, I'll finish editing, and then I'll get that exporting. While that's exporting, I go and I clean the kitchen, I fold laundry, I wash dishes, I do something, or I go record another video. And I've got like 5 or 6 different things that I need to review right now, like do dedicated review videos for. I had somebody ask me to redo my double braid video. So I have that I still have to record now that my hair is longer than, here. I have a sheet mask video that I recorded the other day. See, I have companies that reach out to me for like reviews for Amazon, like just, what? Don't hiss at me. This is a headset that a company sent me to review for Amazon, and I used it all weekend to edit. That's why it's still sitting here on my desk. I had somebody send me sheet masks to test out. I recorded the video like Saturday. I need to get that edited. I did review some of the products this morning. I still have this I have to review, but I want to try and do a video on it. And I don't know if it would go up on this channel or the other channel, but it's a tassel tissue paper garland, and it looked really pretty in the pictures, and when it arrived like this, I'm like, you mean I gotta build it? So the instructions are on the back. It seems pretty straightforward. It's just I need to fold out a table and I need to make it. So I don't know, maybe I'll record it and put it up on this channel. I don't know. So this was another item that somebody asked me to leave a review for, and because I haven't made it yet, I haven't reviewed it. I got this also, and this I think is awesome. It is, I'm blurry. And like the stand that my webcam is actually sitting on was one that somebody sent me to review. This is technically a selfie stick, but it does this. So it's also a tripod. It also has this on it. It's a little remote control that you can use to turn the shutter on and off. It has an on and off switch on it, and you can plug it in. It's got a little port on the side of it, a USB port that you can use to charge it, so that it's ready to go. I guess I broke it and I can't put it back on, right? All right, I got it. But what I liked about this, which I was shocked because I've got like 3 or 4 different like tripod things that people from Amazon have sent me. There's one actually on the desk behind me, and there's a reason it's over there. Like the one my webcam is on has those like knobby legs, and it doesn't hold anything heavier than my webcam. I put my phone on it and it went I'm like, oh yeah, that sucker's real strong. I have one in the bathroom that I bought, and then I have another one in the bathroom that was sent. I have the lavalier mic, the external mic, that one of them I bought, and then I had another company saw that I had bought one, and they reached out and asked if I would review it. And believe it or not, the sound quality on the one they sent me was better than the one I bought. So sometimes I get some really good things. But this thing here, okay, it's all the way out now. This sucker is tough. It's like heavy duty, like tough. Yun Tang is the brand on here, but like you're supposed to use it like a selfie stick. It has an attachment for the top. It's down here in the box. But oh, that's okay. I'm just rambling about Amazon stuff. But like this is like very, very, very stiff. I put my Canon camera on here. It weighs like 8 pounds. And this little thing here was able to hold the weight of my Canon camera. And it didn't go like most of them do. I was shocked. So, yeah. And then I bought a little fan because the other two that I had, like I bought them like in 2012 or 2013. Used to use them for camping. And this one is different than some of the ones that I had. I bought this, and it has a little foot on the back. That tickles. What are you doing? That tickles, buddy. It tickles. I'll tickle you. I tickle you. Tickle, tickle, tickle. But it has a little foot on it that you can like put up at different angles. And then it like lays different directions so that like I leave it on my desk at an angle so that it points up at my face while I'm sitting here at my desk. And I tried it out when I first got it, and I put it on low, and it ran. Oh, sorry, I didn't know I was stepping on your tail. Sorry. But I ran it for like the entire day, and it didn't die until like 10 o'clock that night. I did turn it off when I wasn't sitting at my desk, but you figure I'm sitting at my desk the majority of the day. If I'm not recording in one of my various, locations that I record in, the majority of the time you'll find me here. And I have the blinds open, and I can see through the blinds at the very top of my computer screen. I've got a black strip around the border of my monitor. I have a 26-inch LCD monitor, but there's like a border along it, and I can see out the window by looking in the border on my monitor. So if somebody pulls up in the yard, I don't even have to turn around to look out the window. So that's always handy, especially with what that guy pulled, 2 weeks ago. Dad's still really pissed off about that. Stay. No, not you. Don't go on my armpit. You're cold. Okay, so really quick, Ada had asked me, she commented on my second channel and asked, she said, Rebecca, could you talk a little bit about what sort of nutrition diet you have that your hair is so shiny and healthy and bouncy apart from the vitamins? So I guess we can talk about that really quick. For starters, I usually only eat once a day. I will have at least one meal. Sometimes I eat twice a day. It just depends on my schedule. This morning I had 8 ounces of milk, and I've had a cup and a half of coffee. That's all I've had all day today since I woke up. That's all I've had. But I also have like stuff like this sitting at my desk. These are like pita chips. They're just regular salted pita chips. But then, like, I pulled these out of the cabinet last night. Oh, see, that's what happens when you got a big nose. You always bonk it with shit. But I also have these at my desk too. So, like, I'll munch on like this kind of stuff or the pita chips throughout the day, and I eat them plain. I bought strawberries the other day, so like I've been eating like 8 to 12 strawberries a day. Bought bananas, ate. Oh, the other day I made a salad. My dad had already eaten like 5 or 6 bites of the salad that I made, and I made a lot. I made enough to feed me, and then there was leftover because I don't just make a salad for one person. So he's like eating the salad, and he goes, "Did you put banana in here?" I said, "Yep, sure did." I said, "Did you find the strawberries yet?" He goes, "Yeah, I knew there were strawberries in here, but banana? That's just gross." I said, "You've already had 5 bites of the salad and just now bitching about the fact that I put bananas in it." So there are days when like I don't feel like eating like a normal meal, and I'll do a salad, but it's like a smorgasbord like salad. It's lettuce, tomato, cauliflower, broccoli, carrots. Usually I'll do some sort of meat. Like I threw kielbasa in, the Polish kielbasa. It's like kosher. And then I threw in shredded cheese. We have a mix in the fridge. It's like five cheese shredded. It's like taco cheese, but without the taco seasoning. It's got 5 different cheeses in it. And so I sprinkled that in it. I used strawberries in it, bananas, and then had I had feta cheese, that would have gone in there, but I'm out of feta cheese. I went to put the cottage cheese in, but the cottage cheese has gone off, so that didn't go in, but I would have put that in too. And then just salad dressing on top. And I was like looking, I thought I had the hazelnut raspberry vinaigrette that I have in the fridge. I looked for it, can't find it. So maybe I used the last of it and forgot to buy more. So I threw in a little bit of like bacon, the bacon ranch, and then the buttermilk ranch in on top. And that was dinner one night. Hi, Pasha. But like usually I do, for like diet wise, I do a lot of chicken. We'll do like, I don't know if you saw the post on Instagram, but it was like chicken and green beans and rice. That was dinner one night. I usually do like, if I do like a mixed vegetable, it's like I buy the big bags of like the frozen stuff that's carrots and cauliflower and broccoli, and then I will throw corn in while it's cooking. So there's 4 different vegetables in one pot heating up. And then I'll do either like rice or spaghetti. And I don't do like regular, like normal spaghetti. I do like angel hair pasta. I don't know. Weird. I get weird about regular spaghetti because it's fat. So I do like I'll do angel hair pasta and Alfredo sauce and baked chicken and then the vegetables. So it just depends. But I don't eat like a whole lot of red meat. I did buy some ground beef not that long ago. So I did make a meal with ground beef and potatoes, onion, and I'm doing the big yellow sweet onions, and then green beans. And that was like an it was like a one pot meal. I put it all in one dish and cooked it together with olive oil. I'm from Florida, the United States. So he's just chilling up there on my shoulder, Frog. He's just, look at him. He's like, hey. But so Ada asked about that. I do drink quite a bit of milk, even though I'm lactose intolerant, and it gives me some strange side effects. But I do usually try and drink at least 8 ounces of milk a day. I do anywhere from 4 to 16 ounces of orange juice a day. And then, of course, coffee. With a name like yours, you're from Russia? Pasha doesn't sound very Russian to me. Sounds more Middle Eastern, more like India, Pakistan. The only thing I really know in Russian is Das Vidanya. I have a friend that lives in Croatia, but Croatian, the language over there is a little bit different than Russian, and he taught me a few words, but I don't even remember how to say hello anymore. Pavel? That sounds more Russian than Pasha. Pasha sounds Indian. Not judging or anything, I'm just saying. My name is German. Well, technically my whole name is Hebrew, but I'm reading a message. There's a girl. The video for tonight, there are links to other videos in it in the description box, and I recommend that you go watch the very first link at least. If you don't watch any of the other links that I put in there, watch the girl's video that's called Dabbling in Color. I was about ready to rip my hair out the 5th of September because I had so much difficulty with the video that I was recording, and I dreaded talking to Sylvia. I didn't want to hurt her feelings. I didn't want to upset her because I was so upset after recording that video, the one that will be posted tonight at 5 or in like 2 hours. I was in tears. I was like angry crying. I was so mad, Frog. It's like I was so frustrated that I couldn't get the eyeshadow palette to work. I almost flung it across. I started cussing in my video, and you know how I am about that. I was so mad. I'm like, what the bitch? I was like, oh, thank God I didn't say the whole word because like D Monet would have definitely visited me. What is it? Count D Monet is what Carrie calls it. Okay, where are you going? Where are you going? Are you hot? Where are you going? Did I disturb you? I'm sorry. Are you going to chill out on my knee? Are you looking at everybody? Are you judging them? Are you judging them? You gonna judge everybody there, buddy? You're a good boy. You're such a good boy. I'm gonna touch your tongue. I'm gonna get it. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got the angry tickle of the tail. But yeah, so I said the S word in the video that you will see tonight, and I left it in, and then I was like, "What the f?" And I'm like, "What the?" And then I didn't finish the CK part of it, so the FU part came out, but the CK part didn't come out. I was so mad. I was so angry recording that video. You know the makeup wipes that I got, those Fabletic makeup wipes that subscriber had sent me that I've been using like nonstop because they're softer and work better than the ones that I bought. I was so angry doing that video. I took the makeup wipe while I was recording and went shh, 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 shh. I was that mad. I was hot that night. I was very, very angry. So, what? Where are you going? You okay? You're hanging out in midair. Here, let me stand up. Fix my shorts. Fix my shorts. These shorts like roll up on the bottom and they drive me nuts. I don't go in my armpit. What are you doing? What are you doing? You know you got an ass when your snake decides to sit on it. Why are you going down my back? What are you? Oh. Hi, buddy. You buddy? You see your sneakers? You go kitty? You haven't even spotted the snake yet, have you? He's right there. You see him? He doesn't even see the snake. I love walking around in public with him doing this. No, don't put your tail there. Hi. Well, you definitely have an Arabic name and I can't read it. I'm sorry. Fadi went back to Michigan like a week ago. Only he can read Arabic. I can't. I just sat on your tail. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. No, don't get mad at me. I said I was sorry. No, don't go on my desk. You're going to be punching all kinds of keys. No, don't hiss at me neither. That's rude. His tail's in my hand. I got your tail. I got your tail. Hi, Bollywood. But anyways, so hopefully that answers some questions about my diet. You get a piece of dried skin on your tail too. You didn't fully molt there, son. How is that new tip supposed to grow if you don't shed it all off? What is so sexy? What did I miss? My what? If you say my nose, you can leave chat. I'm tired of those comments. I really am. Hi, Pasha. Okay, so since you guys asked where I'm from, what time is it where you're at right now? Like what time? So it's 11:18 p.m. Trying to think. Yeah, it sounds about right for Russia, depending on where you're at. Because I think Croatia is 10 hours different. No, we will not have comments like that in my chat. I'm sorry. Bollywood, keep it PG-13, please. Well, I would say something in Russian, but I don't read Russian. Do you know German or Japanese or Spanish by chance? Or French? Some of those I can read. Right? I don't even think I have my Japanese words in my desk anymore. I used to keep them in here because my dad used to ask me stuff all the time. And let me show you something. I pulled a few books from my dad the other day because he's trying to learn Spanish. So I went in my room and got a few books for him. Hi, babies. Gosh darn, you're hot, Snake. Maybe I need to put the... What are you doing in my hair? Where are you going? We're old, Bollywood. We're old. Go right ahead, girlfriend. Go right ahead. We're old. How old do I look, Bollywood? Well, hi, Shelby. I actually have a friend named Shelby. But last I knew, Matthews was not her last name. Exactly. Old enough to know not to say boobs to a woman. So, I'm an adult. Shelby, I really don't care for birds. They poop on everything. They claw you. Some of them have a tendency to bite. I like birds. They're pretty. But last time I had a bird on me, it tore a hole in my shoulder. Like, I had to go to the hospital because it was stuck in my shoulder. So I don't really do big... I had little birds. Used to keep budgerigars, but... Or they call them parakeets here, but they're not parakeets. Anyways, yeah, the last time I had an encounter with a bird, it was me against a macaw, and the macaw won. Pasha, you think I'm 23? And I'm surprised you realize I had the snake on me, Shelby, because it seems like the guys in chat haven't figured that out yet. Well, bless you, Pasha. You are too kind. My birthday is in 2 weeks from today. It's literally 10 days away. We're from the United States. Where's everybody from? Frog is my right-hand person. Oh, so you just... Okay, so how old are you, Pasha? Oh, that's awful, Shelby. And where at in Canada? I have cousins that live up there. My grandmother was born in Quebec. Or Quebec. Tunisia. Well, I live in Florida, which is the south part. Ontario? Okay. I have a friend that's in Ottawa. Born and raised in Ottawa. But my cousins live in Toronto. And then, like I said, my grandmother was born in Quebec. She's a Tatro. So if I was to say, Comment ça va, Shelby? Would you be able to reply to me? Yeah, let's keep the written chat in English for the most part, please. Yes, I was just speaking French. Je m'appelle Rebecca. How old am I? Yeah, I can't speak Arabic. I can speak a little Hebrew. So you're saying you cannot speak French, Pasha. But can you understand what I'm saying? If you can't speak it, even though you can't speak a language, doesn't mean you can't understand it when it's spoken. Just like if I was to say Ogenki desu ka or Ohio, Ogenki desu ka, that's Japanese. I can't read the kanji for it, but I can say it. Only a few? All right, Frog. Have you not seen what's on me? You do realize I have an over 6 foot long snake on me. And he's curled up on my arm. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to wake you up. You was all chilling. You was all chilling, honey. Honey. And by the way, this snake is almost 30 years old. Where are you going? You just chilling? Oh, that's Bub. Yeah. That's my boy, Bubby. He's half Maine Coon. You're going to bonk into the snake. He's a good boy. Now, why don't you lift up my shorts? Yes, I have the snake out. He's not going to bother you. You're okay. You smell his tail? You're such a scaredy boy. We have 10 in the house. Uh-oh. My cat is afraid of the snake, yes. He's very afraid of the snake. Most of the cats in the house are. There's only like 2 cats in this house that actually like the snake. And they were raised with another snake, so that's why they're comfortable around them. Yeah, he's going to get comfortable again. He's got to sniff around on the box first to make sure it's okay to lay on. Make sure it doesn't smell like a snake. My dad actually knows a guy that has big cats, and they're not far from our home. And every time we go out there to see the big cats, he gets called away on an emergency because they ship animals across the world for like exhibitions and shows and events and stuff like that. Like last time we were at his house a couple months ago, he got called away to go to a Louis Vuitton show, and they had the cats that were going to the event. They were supposed to be part of a display or something like that. So, yeah, we got out there, and then he got called away on an emergency because there was an issue with one of the shippings companies, and one of the handlers didn't handle the cage right or something, and something wasn't done right. So he had to stop what he was doing and get on a plane and head to where they were. So I love big cats. I love all animals. No, it's a Florida pine snake crossed with a bull snake. No, my snake is not poisonous. It's in the same like family unit as a rat snake, same type of genus. We actually talked about that in the beginning of the live stream. And my snake will be 29 years old in December. So if that gives you an idea of how old I am. Anacondas have a bad tendency to want to eat people. Do I have a boyfriend? Well, that one's a boy and he's my friend, and this is a boy and he's my friend. Is that what you mean? Did you like that, Pasha? Are you gonna hide in my pocket? What are you doing? Billy, Billy. You're pretty quick on the uptake there, kid. At me at the top. Well, I have an ex-boyfriend that was just here in Florida a little over a week ago, and he's actually from Iraq. Right? Yes, Shelby, I completely agree. Which is why I own firearms. And I know how to use them. Oh, Frog, I actually got to thinking the other day, and I thought about it again yesterday. I was gonna do like one of those like disclaimer type things for like Facebook, and then just screenshot it and put it on um, Twitter again. It's kind of like the last one that I wrote that was like, if you're this, then um, feel free to unfucking friend me and this, that, and everything else. But yeah, basically it was, if you are this or this or this, unfriend me. But like what I wanted to do was like a breakdown of, this is who I am. If this is who you are, then, you know, we can agree to disagree, but I'm never going to be okay with the kind of person that you are, kind of thing. Or like, I believe in this and this is your choice, but I'm not going to judge you for that. But we can agree to disagree about the fact that I think that's wrong. And I was thinking about like what all different topics I could write out on Facebook. And then again, I was going to screenshot it and then post it on Twitter. What do you think about that? But I just figured, like, I know I had a comment on the one of the videos with my mom in it, and we talked about abortion and things like that for just a short amount of time. And I believe every woman has a right to choose what's best for their body. I don't believe in abortion, but I've also had children, and I just know that I wouldn't make that choice for myself. But I have no control or say over what another woman does with her body, and I don't think anybody else should as well. So I might not believe in abortion and I might not agree with abortion, and I am pro life, but again, I only have that say over me and my body. And I think that a lot of people, they don't really think about it. They're just pro life or pro choice. But see, I guess that's cold. What are you licking my leg for? I think that maybe I need to like break down where my thoughts are a little bit clearer, because I don't talk about a whole lot of like touchy subjects on this channel, and maybe I should. I don't like talk about the, oh god, what was it, the other day I made a comment about Manny MUA in one of my videos, and you know I don't ever do that. But like, I see a lot of stuff, and I have been privy to a lot of stuff, and I've seen some things go down that others haven't talked about, and I've thought about bringing that kind of stuff up. But you know, just like if you notice, I don't technically review products. I'll review like skincare, but I won't review like makeup products, because everybody's choices are going to be different. Everybody's preferences and skin tones and skin colors. Colored cosmetics are kind of hard to review because it's going to be different from one person to the next. Same thing with skincare though, because everybody has a different skin type. So I try not to be pretty like firm. I mean, I'm firm for where I stand, but when it comes to like recommending stuff for somebody else or saying what somebody should use, I'm not going to do like should. I mean, I might do might or would or could use, but should, no. Exactly. Everything is subjective. And I want to try and keep like dialogue open, because I think Well, you're the one that stuck your nose there. I just put my arm over his face and I bonked his nose. Well, then bring it back up here and put it up here. Worried about me bonking you again. But, you know, I think everybody has a right to their own beliefs and their own way of thinking, as long as it's not their actions that are hurting somebody else. Like the whole eyeliner thing the other day. I have that eyeliner. I got it in a Sephora Play box. Did I go out of my way to buy it? No. Have I gone out of my way to buy anything from that brand? Yes, before all the shit hit the fan. And I have one product I bought from her, and I've used it like 5 times total, maybe, and I don't like it. So, you know, it's one of those things that just because I own a Jeffree Star palette does not mean I condone what he does as a human being. But when I was a kid, this was a saying that we used to hear all the time: free, white, and over 21. And today I think that saying means 10 times more, because he is a man. He's over the age of 21 and he's Caucasian. And believe it or not, those sentiments can get away with quite a bit more than, you know, other differentiations from that. And I'll just leave it as specific as that, you know, that broad specificness. So I think that he has a right to what he wants to say, how he wants to say it, where he wants to say it, because he's an adult. And those are the choices that he's making for his life. And I have no reason to say what he should or shouldn't do with his life, or with his words, or with his thoughts. So, I don't know, maybe I could kind of like break down things on my channel every so often and talk about like a specific topic and go about it as more like an informative type thing, if that makes sense, and like talk about where I stand and how I feel and what I've seen kind of thing, and maybe make it like let's discuss the hard-hitting topics, or let's discuss life, or whatever you guys want to call the series. But like, I would like to sit down and discuss some of those things. I've had sociology classes. I've taken multiple psychology classes. I've got, as you know, several degrees. Oh, and that reminds me. All right, you got to unlatch from the chair there. I was digging through papers, and I was digging through papers, getting rid of like old stuff. So, of course, we have the old, you know, high school diploma. This is a photocopy of it. The other one's in here. The one with the actual seal on it is in here. No, don't you get on my papers. That would be a really good title. What? Stop. And then like, I think, yeah, this is Lake Sumter. So that was my AA degree. And then I've got documentation in here for, oh yeah, this was one of the certifications we had to do like back in the day for cosmetology school. We had to do AIDS certification and first aid and all that kind of stuff. But like, I was going through stuff and I was like, oh, I haven't seen this stuff in years, like years. But I found like where Am I leaking personal docs? No. I wouldn't show anything on this channel that wasn't my own, or I didn't have a legal right to show. I even found, look at this. Yeah, it says the year and everything on here. You see how it says like health, English, that kind of stuff? This is like my grades from like high school. Oh, my driver's ed class is on here too. I got a 91 in driver's ed. Got a 97 in chorus. But like I found all these. Why are you climbing on my desk? Hey, no. Now you're knocking my mouse off. Stop it. You gonna tickle my neck instead? See the date on it? I mean, these are like old documents. Like seriously old. Like really, I mean, this is from Mount Dora High School. This was the year I graduated high school. Yeah, right? So I was like looking through a bunch of papers, and what I was gonna do is take the entire box and just throw it in the trash. I'm really glad I didn't. Like, I found the documentation for my paralegal certificate degree. I found my seminary licensing stuff. I found this stuff for my cosmetology schooling back in the day. I was like, holy crap, I can't believe I almost threw all of this out. So I'd have been really upset. Hi, Aiden. Oh, you weren't born in 1997? Yeah, I was almost an adult then. Pasha, that tells you how old I am, buddy. What are you doing? No, definitely not 23. Seeing as though my daughter will be 19 in a couple of months, I'm not 23. Yeah, I get that a lot. Usually people think I'm 25. And I don't have like foundation on. I just have concealer and corrector on, and then eye makeup and blush and bronzer. Add another decade, Aiden. I'm old. My birthday's in 10 days. Frog, Aiden is 20 and he was thinking I was 30. Thank you. No, I was born in 80 actually, 1980. If it'll focus. There you go. It's backwards, but you should still be able to read it. So here was 8th grade. If it'll focus. There we go. There's 8th grade. There's 10th grade. There's college. And then now. Yeah. Well, and I graduated early because of my cosmetology degree. So technically, I didn't. My graduating class was 99, but and they had to mail me my graduation stuff because I was already working in a salon by the time my class graduated. So I graduated in 97, but my graduating class is 99. So I didn't even have to go to 12th grade of my senior year of high school because I was already graduated by then. I've been doing my skincare since I was like 14, and I think everybody should have a good skincare routine that they do, even if it's not like something they do all the time. Before you hit like 22, 23, you should be doing a normal, regular skincare routine because you never know. And you can always tell by looking at like your parents how you're going to age. And I know my mom, well, she's also quite a bit larger than I am, but my mom still looks pretty young. He's from Russia, Shelby. Yes, Dee Dee, that this is a snake. He's he's wrapped around my leg at the moment. You know what, Frog? Where's that girl or that person that wanted to see my feet? They just missed their opportunity. What are you doing? I'm just gonna work out with my snake here. Do some leg lifts. You're gonna fall. What are you doing, son? My snake. Hi, Nancy. He is a Florida pine snake and a bull snake. Oh, now he's done got me all wrapped up. I have my ankles crossed in my seat, and he's he's wrapped around my ankles. Let me see if I can back up. Where are you going? Get back up here. There. Don't hiss at me. What? Are you getting hot? Hmm? Are you getting hot? What? Are you hot? Do I need to put the fan back on? Hmm? Are you being hot? What? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, I can't read chat this far away. Hey, go. Let me put my old lady eyeballs on. See, by the time I was 27, I had already had a heart attack and a stroke, and I was in a wheelchair at 27. So I'm just happy I can do this again. Okay? Frog, you should. No, Nancy, this snake is quite old, and I doubt he does bite. I've got handling gloves and stuff in my room, but I don't worry about him biting me. It's like his teeth are like little needles. I can read it from here. It's just a little fuzzy. I'm I have an astigmatism in my both eyes, actually. I have 20/10 vision in my left eye and 20/20 vision in my right eye, but I have an astigmatism in both. And my astigmatism affects my nearsightedness. So at a distance, stuff is a little bit blurry. He's wrapped around the back of the chair. He's like, I'm like stuck at the chair because he's like wrapped around. What are you hissing at me for? You see him? It's like I have a seat belt on. What are you doing? You just gonna stay like that? Am I stuck in the chair? Hmm? Well, I had some. I was used to be married to a not so nice man. I've had 4 children. My youngest will be 16 a month after my birthday. I have such dry skin, Shelby, that I have to use like a lot of moisturizers. Like I have lotion on my desk. I've got lotion by my bed. I've got lotion on the bathroom counter. And I don't carry a purse. I just carry a wallet. So I like have lotion everywhere throughout the house because I never know when I'm going to need it. And my skin is so super dry that it like just putting regular tap water on my skin hurts. So I have to be really careful with what I use on my skin, period. But yeah, I was technically dead at 27. So does that mean I'm undead? Yeah, Shelby, if you go back and look, not this past Friday, but the Friday before that, I posted a video about changing a negative mindset. And with all of my health conditions and a lot of the things that I've been through and the things that I live with on a daily basis, I shouldn't be here. I really shouldn't be here because I have been through a lot. I have had a heart attack. My heart was completely stopped for more than 3 minutes. I've had a stroke. I've had cancer twice. I live with pain on a daily basis. I have fibromyalgia. But to me, I think the best thing in life is waking up every day because that means I have one more day to do something else or to learn something new or try something I hadn't tried before. So I always look at waking up in the morning or the afternoon or the night or whenever I wake up a bonus because it was a chance that could have been not there. And I think for me, when I was a lot more like angry and resentful about a lot of the things that happened to me and how it happened and how bad my health was, and just focusing on all of the negative and the bad that was just all the shit that was in my life, all the I can'ts and the I wish I could's kind of really weighed me down and made it to the point where my body just wanted to give up. And my mind was doing like overtime. And it was like focusing on all of the bad and all of the negative and everything that I couldn't do instead of on everything that I could do. And can I stand for more than an hour without passing out? No. Can I stand for at least 10 minutes? Yes. So it's things like that that I have to think about. I might not be able to stand for a full hour without having problems with my legs or losing my balance or passing out, usually from pain. But if I can do it in intervals of 10 minutes, it might take me an hour and 15 minutes to stand for an hour, but I can do that. Oh, ASMR, thanks for letting me know about the snake on my shoulder. Yeah, his tail is in my lap. I'm like, oh, you moved. I can move again. Oh, thank goodness. He had me like plastered to the chair.
You had me plastered to the chair, baby.
Here, come over the shoulder. No. No, you're not going to get on the keyboard either. Hey, that's a little tight there, son. What are you doing? What? Oh, you just licked my nose. Gross. I don't know where that tongue has been. Well, Frog, I have a package sitting over there by the window that my mom sent to the house. Should we open it on camera and see what she sent me? It's probably not going to be very good. Well, sometimes relationships can do that. They can be very hard on a person. I've been through a lot of hard times, and if there's a topic that you want me to talk about, I don't have any problems with talking about subjects. I have shared my health on here. I have shared information about my cancer, fibromyalgia, sexual abuse. You know, I've talked about a lot of things on this channel, some pretty heavy topics, and I don't mind discussing certain things. I was in a very abusive relationship with my ex-husband. He was the reason I had the heart attack. And then he hit my daughter in the head with a hammer, and I went to jail protecting my kids. So I've been through a lot. And I think as individuals, we need to learn to stand up for ourselves. And I know how hard that is. I have been through it. What are you doing? He was trying to go down the back of my shorts there for a minute. But, you know, I think it is, you've got to get to the point where you can use your anger as fuel. And for me, I was angry about a lot of things. And when you can take something that has you like this, all knotted up and angry and raging, and you can use this as energy for something else, your eyes will just go, and it'll be like the huge light bulb in the sky will go on, and everything that you thought was impossible to do, use that energy and that hate, that rage, by using it to propel you forward through the really hard shit. not only are you letting go of the anger and that hate and that rage, it's good to work through it. You have to analyze things and you have to sit down and focus on certain things before you can use it as fuel. But once you get to that point where you can use it, it like opens your eyes to a whole bunch of new possibilities. You won't dwell on things as much. You won't think about certain topics as much. Hey, Ada, we talked about diet like an hour ago. But like you really have to like find those like triggers and focus on them and think about where you are, what causes them, what you can do to get around them. You really just kind of need to step back and view it from an outside perspective and wrap your head around it as best you can. And it might take you a while. For one subject, it could take you weeks to wrap your head around that. And just by taking a step back from you, from your feelings, from your thoughts, from your perspective, and looking at it as, why did they do this? Who could do something like this? What were their intentions? Literally just think about every little aspect of everything. You literally can dissect a situation. It helps you get through it. It's going to be hard. It's going to kick you in the head a few times. It's going to knock you down. It might kick some dirt in your eyes. But at the end of it, you're going to come out, number one, knowing yourself better. You're going to feel better about the situation. And then you can turn around. And if somebody tries to do whatever that situation was that you just worked through, you can turn around and use that as fuel for the next time some asshole tries to do that shit to you. You'd be like, go away. I ain't got time for you. I ain't got time for none of that nonsense. Because you've been through it, you've processed it, you've looked at the situation, you've grown as a person, you've analyzed the situation. And I found that by doing these things over time, not only are you healing yourself, but you're building up your strength so that the next time something like that situation comes up, you're stronger for it and you can push yourself into the right direction, if that makes sense. Psoriasis can actually have triggers like stress, environmental causes, eating certain foods can cause psoriasis to flare up. So, believe it or not, how you deal with certain things can cause certain conditions to be worse. I mean, I don't mind doing live streams. I actually enjoy doing live streams. What are you doing? Hang on. I've got my new belt. I've got to move with me. Well, just stick your head in my pocket then. Well, don't go lifting my shorts up. You like my new handbag? It's the latest in snakeskin. It's one of those slimline designs. It just unknotted itself. Occasionally he's a neck accessory or a belt. Yep, there he goes. Neck accessory. Here, behind. Oh, and an ear cuff. You're pulling my hair. No, don't go in my armpit. Well, let me get up again. Let me get something right here. Scrunch and munch. Bully, no, don't. You're going to pull the lamp on the floor. All right. Now, over the years, I've had some people be like, oh, well, you're just faking shit, right? All right. So this right here, I don't know if you can read it. And yes, my address is on it, but if you come to my house without permission, you will get shot. Just saying. These are all of my like films and MRIs and mammograms and CAT scans and PET scans and everything else that I have been through over the years. Now, you know, anything for the government to regulate something else. But like, just to show you, hopefully you can see it. See what it says? MRI brain, MRI lung, MRI breast, mammogram and breast. Okay, so when I say that I've had these procedures done, I'm not lying. And I've had people say that I'm lying. And it really kind of like irritates me when, and there's more in here. There's medical letters and stuff in here and results from the research. So I'm not a little tight. But my pain specialist doctor retired a few years ago. And this is my folder. This is more than a decade's worth of fibromyalgia treatments, testing, medications, what worked, what didn't work, what medications I had a horrible reaction to, like somas. Oh my God. Let's see. But when my doctor retired, there's my name right there. When my doctor retired, he gave me my entire chart. I don't know why it just blocked your message, Ada. But why? No, that's a trash can. Yuck. Yuck. Phooey. Now that I'm not on the morphine, I am in pain daily, constantly, nonstop. So let's see what Mom sent.